Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at Alan Eastwood's The Links Fir Trees Bay. This is a par 70. So without further ado, let's create match. Fairways are soft, greens are normal, green speeds medium fast. We are going to be playing off the white tees, which are playing 6,777 yards, and as always all the other course conditions and wind conditions, weather conditions are left at default. So, hole number 1, par 3, playing 182 yards, stroke index 10. Really nice looking opening hole. This actually reminds me a bit of Arctic Fury's Cliff in the House. 62 feet down. We're really going to have to come down a few clubs here. Certainly don't want to be left of that pin. We've got a slight 5 mile per hour wind. I think if we loft up this 9 iron, we should just about catch the front of the green and hopefully the ball sits down. Fairly nice opening tee shot. How come that ball's going so far left? Great yardage too. We're now going to catch that slope. The wind clearly, unfortunately, must have changed on me there. But looking forward to playing this one. I've gave Alan some advice, or my opinion, on one of his previous courses offline via messages. So looking forward to this one. We've got 38 foot putt, 2 feet uphill. Green speeds are 152. Not a huge fan of the 152 greens. I'm going to give this a fair whack. Great putt line. Should start to turn back. I don't think we've hit it. We haven't hit it. And it means we are going to start off with a par. Just so unfortunate the wind changed on us there. Alan mentions that when he was designing this course it was going to be set up for tournament play. But we do pick up an opening par. Disappointed that our well executed tee shot got caught in the wind change, but nothing we can do with that. Hole number 2, short par 4, playing 334 yards, stroke index 14. Really like the layout of this hole here. Depending on the wind, could be drivable. Got an 8 mile per hour diagonal wind. Nah, too much risk there, guys. It would be silly to take that on. So let's come down to the 2 iron. Let's allow this wind to take us round. Hopefully leaves us with a lob wedge into the second green. Laser beam. Once again, I feel that wind's moved me a lot more than what I accommodated for, but that is going to find left side of the fairway. But I was out golfing today, guys, for the first time in a while. If you've not followed me on Twitter, please do so. It is at 1981 early. Got a few clips of some of the shots I pulled off today. So, lob wedge, just applying a touch of fade and lofting this bad boy up. And hopefully we can get this sitting right next to the pin. Should stop instantly. Great swing. Oh, I've put a slow on that. Slightly pushed it to the right. That means it's going to be right and slightly longer. Ooh, horrible bounce out there. But we are going to pick up a birdie opportunity from 9 feet. This one's breaking both ways. Just going right side of the flagstick here. And we do drop that in for our first birdie of the round. But another PGA Tour 2K21 announcement today, guys, just regarding the commentary. It certainly looks like we are going to have improved commentary. Probably not going to be as repetitive as the commentary we do have on the current game. And I also feel that I think they may say your career character's name, because if you watched the trailer that we've seen, the latest gameplay, it did refer to Mac. But looking forward to some improved commentary. But this is hole number 3, par 5, playing 557 yards. Got a 5 mile per hour wind. It is certainly going to take us left. Just going to allow the wind to take us around, aiming down the right hand side. There's another slow, and I've pushed it right. I think we're going to need a kick here. Certainly looks like that's going to kick left. So a bit of a member's bounce there. But certainly don't feel as if I'm swinging slow. But I got absolutely soaked out in the golf course today, guys. My short game was superb. I've just joined a local 9-hole course on the setting of a castle. Absolutely stunning. So let's see if we can fizz this de-lofted 2-iron up in between the two bunkers here. We're going to need a bit of a luck. Unintentional fast, but it's probably going to work out in our favour. And that's going to leave us a long eagle putt. But some of my flop shots, pitches, were really, really good today. It is a par 34. A par 32, sorry. And I managed to shoot a 34 2 over par. Hopefully with a couple of weeks practice, I will be going level par. But this is a horrible putt here. 45 feet down. Really aiming this left. I think all we can do here is get this pin high to the right of the cup. Look how hard that is turning. Not the best of putt lines neither. But we've landed just about pin high. Should be a fairly makeable putt here from 7 feet out. Managed to keep our putt line straight. And we do pick up back-to-back birdies. And we move to 2 under par. But like I mentioned previously, Alan asked me to check out one of his courses probably about a month ago, 6 weeks ago. I played it, didn't feature on the channel, but I just gave him my opinions. Seeing some improvements on this course. Like I say, very nice first few holes. The bunkering, I would like to see a little bit more variation. It seems to me he's used the, not like cut paste, but that's what it seems like. I'd like to see more variation in the size and shapes of the bunkers. So 2 wood. Can't play driver here. Wind's really died down. Slight push right, but I think we're just within the cone. And that's going to leave us probably a 6 or 7 iron into this 4th green. But so far, really enjoying the layout of the course. So 174 yards, down 6 feet, 4 mile per hour wind. Just going to try and use that slope there. Certainly lofting this almost right to the top. Need a good clean swing here, we could be in trouble. Try to catch the fringe or the heavy rough here and just bounce it on to that downhill green. It's another fast, but I certainly don't feel as if I'm swinging fast. I have pushed it slightly to the right. Landed probably 2 or 3 yards left of our intended target with a fast, but that's going to be a tricky putt, I would imagine. The greens look as if they're going to be a challenging aspect throughout the course. Look at them, they all seem to be on slopes. That needs to turn, never turned, never once turned there. But I've got a feeling the greens are going to be really, really tough here. We do manage to pick up the par. And we are going to remain at 2 under par. Hole number 5. It's a long par 3, playing 197 yards, stroke index 6. Really like the look of this course. Fairly rustic, but Alan did say that that is the intended nature of the course. He didn't manicure it or iron things out. He wanted a rustic feel to this course. So we're going to have to fully loft up this 5 iron with that 9 mile per hour wind. Really in between clubs. What a strike that is. Slight push to the right. If this sits down, this could be one of the best shots we've played in a good few courses. That's a fantastic approach shot there, considering the amount of loft we put in that 5 iron. Great yardage control. That's left us with a very makeable birdie putt. Very little turn in this one, just going left edge of the cup. What? Now, if I'm getting pulled up for that slight bend in my putt line, because it certainly wasn't. Look back at that. There's no way that ball should have moved as far left as that. Wow. I think that's a sign to come that this round's just not going to be my day. But if I'm getting punished for putt lines like that, wow. I've said it a good while back since that update. The gameplay has certainly changed for me. It doesn't feel like the game I played prior to the 1.05 update. Something's definitely changed. It's still a farce. The HB Studios have not come out and mentioned it. But look at this. A monster par 4 playing 517 yards, stroke index 16. Very tight, narrow fairway. Lots of bunkering around that 6th green. But with this wind, this is going to be a monster par 4, to be honest. So just try to float this up in the air, apply a touch of draw, let that wind overpower it, and hopefully find the right hand side of this fairway. So another slight push right, not going to affect us too much. Ball's tracking well, should release out to the left, it does exactly that, and that is a very good tee shot despite that slight push. Oh, wow, this is a brutal par 4. Certainly want to land this to the left of the pin, let the contours of that green take it towards the flag stick, so just really de-loft in this 6-iron. That's a severe push right, and with that, look how far right that ball is going, dearie me. Right and long, looks like it may actually work its way off the green. That is going to leave us a chip shot from 12 yards out. Just going to fully loft this. Don't like the chip due to the severe slope at my feet. Every hole, oh, I've played that a bit firm. Every hole, every green seems as if it's got a constant slope going from or going away from the pin. Every putt's been downhill or uphill. But that putt just about dropped on the right edge, and we do secure a par there, but very tough par 4 there as we move on to hole number 7. Easiest hole in the course, stroke index 18, playing 414 yards. But once again, the bunkering just down the left hand side, it seems to me he's only used 2 shapes for the bunkers. It just feels like copy paste. That's a beautiful bunker on the right hand side. That one's certainly in play. I mean, the bunker and placement is fantastic. I just like to see a bit of variation in the shapes and sizes. So another push right. Look how far right that is going. With a combination of the wind. Is it going to kick left? Tell you something, that's 2 member bounces we have had. 2 fortunate kicks that have released us back onto the fairway. 8 mile per hour wind. This is one of that winds, does it, doesn't it? Does it move you right? I'm just going to kind of play half and half here, but certainly de-lofting this gap wedge. And hopefully that wind takes us back in. There's an absolute laser beam. Wind's not moving me back towards the pin as much as I would have liked. Yardage was really, really good. And that is looking about a 10 to 12 foot putt for birdie here. Wind never really turned us back. An 11 foot putt. But just again, it's as if I feel the green slopes are a bit unfair as close to that pin as that. It's a great putt. It really is a good putt. I mean, you could easily get punished for some good shots into the greens the way they've been contoured and sloped. But hole number 8, it's another long par 3, playing 197 yards, stroke index 8. This course is brutal, by the way. Alan said to me, oh, you'll probably shoot a 10 under. I don't think I'll get near a 10 under here. So 201 yards, down 12 feet. I think we're going to have to come down to 6-iron. Don't want to be too far left nor too far right. Just try to chase this right up the centre. A tiny bit of fade being applied. Slight de-loft. It is 6-iron. Pushed it slightly right. Find that bizarre how it's going as far left as that. We're going to catch that slope. It's going to take us away from the pin. No idea how that went as far left as that when I pushed it right, combined with a bit of fade. Bit bizarre outcome. But here's another putt, severely downhill. And look at this. See if you don't play this dead weight. This ball has got the chance of going all the way off this green. I've just touched that for these green speeds. That's in. Is it in? Oh, we must have just caught the edge there. That ball must have just caught the edge. Beautiful putt line as well. I've been working on trying to keep my putts straight on a more regular basis, because I am one of those guys that just from 3, 4, 5 feet just knock it in. But we have really been punished with some poor putt lines recently. As we move on to hole number 8. Now, is that a mistake? I don't think this can be a mistake because I know Alan said he was adding finishing touches and making sure it's polished. That par 4 is longer than the par 5. Stroke index 2 playing 548 yards. Bit bizarre, that one. So we've had a monster couple of par 4s. I really feel this needs to be a par 5, this one. Setting us down the left hand side, the wind should bring us back. Good solid swing. The winds took us round beautifully. And that is going to leave us with an uphill approach shot into this green. I feel we're going to be really in between clubs here. 254 yards, up 46 feet, 9 mile per hour crosswind. Just going to apply a touch of loft here. I think we just about make the green. Just relying on this 10 mile per hour wind moving us to the right. Gotta hit this good. What a strike. That wind's not moving me. Come on, that said a 10 mile per hour wind. That moved me about 3-4 mile per hour wind. That could have been a really good shot. But once again, very random wind. Hanging us out to dry there. It's fully loft in this chip shot. Try to chase this up to within a few feet of the cup. Horrible swing line. Look at that for a swing line. Absolute horrible. But it was a fully lofted chip. And we do manage to walk away with par. Par's a good score in that, especially in that wind conditions, guys. I feel that's got to be a par 5. I really do. So, hole number 10, par 3, playing 152 yards. Really nice looking par 3 this. I really like the layout of the course, guys. Can clearly see he spent more time on his landscaping. Ooh, 36. I think I'm going to have to deal off this 9-iron just a touch. So aiming way left of the pin. Allowing this wind to take us around. Try to be just right of the pin. To use the green to our good strike. Oh, it's a slow. Certainly didn't feel like a slow, guys. That's in the water now. Look how far off. Look at the tempo bar down the left. Look how far off. I wasn't even close. So we're going to have to put this in to secure a par. This is probably going to be a double bogey. Unless I get this one close. Yardage was good there. So once again, just going for the same shot. Just de-lofting it. Try to land this front of the green. Far better swing line. That wind's not taking me as far right as I expected it to. But we do just kick it on to the green. It's going to be pin high. This one's just going to turn slightly to the left. Horrible putt line. Oh! Horrible putt line. I do feel that wasn't the case of a misread. I think it was a poor execution on the putt swing. But that's a double bogey, guys, and that has really dropped us down. We are down to 1 under. We were 3. I'm having to fight for every shot on this course in these conditions. But hole number 11, par 4, playing 450 yards, stroke index 3. That bunker thing now is just starting to bug me. I would really like to see more variation of shapes and sizes of bunkers because I feel the bunker placement is fantastic. But we've got a 12 mile per hour wind. Once again, bunkers are banging play with a poor tee shot here. I'm going to try and put on a deliberate fast. We've achieved it. It's going to give us much needed yardage on this course. But yeah, seeing big improvements from the previous course I played of Alan's, and it's great to get new designers showcase their work on the channel. But really enjoying the layout of this course. Going to have to really apply good touch of fade. This downhill slope should add a few yards of run out for us and allow that 11 mile per hour wind to take us round. Should land right to the flag. It's a fantastic strike. It's tracking well. This should run out well for us. Should get a few yards of run out. That actually stopped stone dead. It's very there we go. I have said it, guys. I'm not a huge fan of some of these pin placements. They seem to be on quite severe uphill slopes. What a putt, though. What a putt. Now, how come I didn't get punished for that putt line? Like I say, I do feel the putt line at times and the outcome of it and how it affects your putt is very random and bizarre. But what a putt. I really fired that one in centre cup. But hole number 12, it's another huge par 4 playing 510 yards. Stroke index 15. This one's going to be a dogleg left. There's a beautiful looking bunker. But the writing of the course, the landscaping, is far superior than the previous course of Allen's. So to take my hat off to him. Just applying a touch of fade here. Allowing this wind to take us round to the left. Should just be right hand side of the fairway here, hopefully. Push that one right. But this is going to chase down this fairway really, really well. Oh, I think we're going to be in a huge slope here. This could be a really tough shot. Yeah. Now see, with the distance of this par 4, I really feel that fairway's got to be flattened and softened out a bit because I've got a lot to take into consideration here. 10 mile per hour wind. So 6 irons definitely club yardage wise, but we're aiming way right due to the slope. I don't feel you need that slope. Slightly pushed it right. Should run on. Can it get up this slope? This green certainly turns to the right. I don't think it's got the legs to get up there. And I feel it's going to be another pin that's on quite an incline. Now it looks like if I get this up to the pin, it's going to run down the other side. Certainly looks like that. I'm really going to have to play this quite firm to get it up there. Get in. Oh. Great pace. You really have to be careful. Because there you go, you're seeing it. That was sloping down. I reckon another few feet. If I played that a little bit touch firmer, that ball could have worked its way off the green. So really pay attention to the contours of the green. But this is a beautiful looking par 3. This one looks like it's going to be shorter. The majority of the par 3s have been fairly long so far. 175, down 47 feet. So good variation in the par 3s. 10 mile per hour wind. I think it's got to be 8 iron. And I'm just going to allow that wind to take us down and to the right. Just try to land this left of the pin over the top of this bunker. We've de-lofted this 8 iron. If it finds that slope left of the pin over the bunker, we could be on the money here. Great execution. This is tracking well. It's coming over the top of the bunker. This should catch this slope, surely. Come on, turn down. There we go, guys. Probably the best shot of the round. What a fantastic golf shot. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like button. And that has rewarded us with 5-foot putt, which we do convert. And we do move up to 3 under par, sorry. We were 5. Or were we 4? I can't recall now. We've got double bogey somewhere. But hole number 14. Now see, this par 5 shorter than 2 par 4s. I think, Alan, yardage wise in some holes you've got to grasp what's fair, what's challenging, and maybe what's a little bit realistic. I mean, we're comfortably going to reach this in 2, I would imagine, with good swings. But yeah, some bizarre yardage on a few of the holes. I would definitely have made this one a par 4 and one of the longer par 4s a par 5, just swap them round. So just setting this down the right, allowing that wind to take us back. Push that right, but surely that wind should correct us. Just about. We could well be in between clubs here, but I do like this uphill fairway. So 50 feet, 209 yards. Once again, if you're long, the ball's going to trickle off, so just floating. Well, can you float a 2-iron in? We're going to try and float a 2-iron. Just try to get as much height as possible. I think we're still going to be long here. Don't think this sits down. What a strike that is. Is it going to sit down? May just catch that slope. And that is a fantastic shot. It is going to set us up for an eagle. So 24 feet. Once again, it's another huge downhill putt. Tracking well, this. Is it going to hold its line? Oh, it's just turned off. Didn't turn, swing back in. Took a huge turn. Probably about 8 feet out, as you can see. But fantastic birdie. And we do move to 4 under par. Hole number 15. Par 3, playing 152 yards. Stroke index 5. Really nice little par 3 this. Really like the placement of that bunkers. Severe slope here. It is uphill, so we're going to have to go 8-iron with that 9-mile-per-hour wind. And just try and get this. Landing short of the pin. That slope should help us out if we do land on it, but the wind should take us round towards the flag. Great strike. How's that ball going right? How on earth is that ball going right? I don't get that, and we've severely been punished there. How on earth did that ball go right? I am really experiencing some random moments out here, guys. If anyone can understand how that ball went right in the comment sections, please let me know. But we've absolutely laced that. Get in. Get in. Oh, it's going to come up short. Very bizarre. It's got me questioning myself. We had a 9-10 mile per hour wind to the left. We hit a laser beam as far as I'm concerned. Great par though. And the ball went right. So we are going to remain at 4 under. Hole number 16, short par 4 coming up. Hardest hole in the course. I don't see how this is the hardest hole in the course. Really like the bunkering around this green. We're going to be long here, guys, but I've got to take it on. Probably bunkers in play. Just lofting this up. Just try to use the slope. It's just slightly to the left. Allow that wind to take us round here, but we're certainly going to be long. Oh, it's a horrible swing line. Oh, wow, look how far right that's going. It's not even going to be bunker bound. That's going to be heavy rough. This could be difficult. At least we've got yardage to work with from our situation to the pin. But this is horrible. Going to have to flop this. Once again, if you're too far, if you're probably about 6 feet past that pin, that ball's disappearing. Very, very brutal. I've just got to touch this, guys. If this just lands on the green, I'm happy. It should release out, going by the looks of the green and coming at the heavy rough. Delicate touch coming up here. Played that well. That should slope down. It should slope down. What a golf shot that is. What a golf shot. So these greens are brutal, guys. You really have to pay attention to the slopes. There we go. And that should be another birdie. And we move back to 5 under par. So it's another really colourful scorecard. The only one it's not on, it's an eagle. Just missing the green. The green colour. But hole number 17, monster par 5, playing 614 yards, stroke index 11. If the wind's in my face here, this is going to be such a challenging hole. Fairly tight fairway once again. Huge line of sight though. You can see the green all the way from tee to pin. It's another hole that features these same bunkers. So just applying a touch of draw here. Counteracting that wind. Wind should take us round to the right centre. It's a fantastic swing. For the majority, we have swung very, very well today. We really, really have. That ball's going to find that slope. We're never reaching this green in 2. So 207. Oh, I tell you what. We can reach this green in 2. So just applying a touch, a draw here. Once again, just to counteract the wind. We need to land this just short of the green for it to hold up. Laser. Absolute laser for a lofted up 2 wood. Should find this slope and this should turn. Oh, what a huge bounce. We have been given so much, so like inconsistent, that's the word I'm looking for, bounces on these greens. We've had balls run out, we've had balls stop dead. We've had a bounce like that, absolute concrete. It's another one you've got to be careful with, guys. Don't want to land this too far past. Ah, I put it very slow on it. Disappointed with that. There's just parts of this course that's far too brutal for me. I think it ruins the concept of the course. Because the course doesn't need that huge slip, that needs to turn. Oh, it's turned a lot more. It didn't need that huge slope. I think the contouring of the greens and the punishment on the greens is too severe. I think there's enough challenge on the course from green to tee, from tee to fairway, and then the calculations and the yardage that you've got to make from the fairway to the green. But nevertheless, really enjoying this as we do move on to the final hole of the Links at Fir Trees Bay. 539 yard par 5, playing 13, stroke index 13. So it's another tight fairway. And in these winds, you've got very little room for error because the winds have been cross winds the majority of the round. Beautiful clubhouse up there on the right. This is another punishing pin location. The winds died down to 8. So just setting this out down the left hand side of this fairway. And we are going to allow the wind to bring us back in. Certainly don't want to put a fast on here. Got a bit of a Bubba Watson look on my character for this round. Just thought I'd change things up. There's a slow. We could be in trouble here.
There we go. That's looking good.
This should just about hold on. It's a favourable kick. So lots, pardon me, of tempo issues today. Oh, 2 irons a club, but we're just going to have to apply a touch of draw here, and hopefully that green turns back towards the pin. I don't think I can be any more aggressive than what we are without taking that cliff into play. What a strike. The draw's kicked in beautifully. This green should turn to the left, surely. That's got to come down here to the left. It's not. The green's not turned as much as I expected it to. Yeah, it's definitely looked like it should have turned left. But once again, guys, the slopes and the greens are brutal, especially in and around the pins. Just got to touch that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Really left that short. I really have. I mean, a 5-inch slope. I really expected that to carry a lot more. So tough putt for birdie here. 8-footer. This is a really challenging putt here. It's been quite a familiar theme with the majority of the greens, and we'd really been punished for that miss. That ball actually trickled further out down a 1-inch slope than what it did the 5-inch slope in the previous putt. But we do secure the par. That is going to be a 5 under. It's a much improved course from what I've seen from Alan's previous work. Certainly moving in the right direction. He should have just sorted out the yardage in the par 4s and par 5s. A bit more variation in the bunkering, and I think that would have been a better course. But that is it for today's video, guys. I'll certainly give that a favourite and a 4-star. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, certainly hit that subscribe button. Until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.